Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Now, our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Grandma Daynut used to say, worst things happen at sea.
Undra Vermis, a drow necromancer with a fascination of death and of mystery to solve.
If life doesn't break you today, it will try again tomorrow.
Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
Sailing takes me away to where I've always heard it. Just a dream and the wind to carry me, and soon I will be free. If this thing works, we will all be free.
And Skjold Gunvaldsen, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
En sak att använda ett vapen, en annan att döda.
You didn't.
Yes, I did. So it's one thing to use a weapon, it's another thing to kill.
Well, one day when you kill something, you'll find out, won't you?
Yeah.
Remember, we were in the forest and he killed those children.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, well, you tried.
Yeah, I
No,
tried.
you didn't manage that, did you?
And the pixie, and you didn't even
Oh,
need
you
a
killed-
weapon.
Oh, you killed the pixie.
With your
Yeah,
bare
sorry.
hands.
Yeah.
That
Unprovoked.
little, tiny little fairy, you killed
yeah.
that,
No,
didn't you?
the pixie actually tried to kill you, so I was defending your honor
Oh, yes.
from the pixie.
Yes. And then I had to drag you through.
Anyway,
that
we weren't going to be
Anyway.
nasty to Charles
No.
since he saved your life.
Yeah,
brought
because
you back from the dead.
Oh, yeah.
best friends.
Well, we joined the group mid-retreat, having spent some time on the docks here in the city of Portsmouth to the west of the city. They've garnered some information, some tidbits of knowledge, which they're going to look to put to use later. Tidbits, yeah. And discovered some secrets, stole some pouches of interest, journals from hidden cabins, and now making your way either along the water at high speed, being fired upon if you're shoaled, and everyone else, like normal people, walking along the dock to the exit. Tish, we pick up with you. So, in initiative order, you're surrounded, you're next to Duncan. You are both invisible.
Yep.
Duncan is currently lifting Ho-Chi, your little assassin thief counterpart, high up in the air to pretend and try and make everyone else wary of this strange wizard-like child disguised as an old man. And you turn and face a collective of people moving towards you, guards, dock workers and so on. Off in the distance you can see the hulking form of COVID, this kind of overly huge human male, just staring arms crossed at you with this kind of look of thunder on his face.
They can't see me.
But he can't see you. He's just looking at the
senses
issue
me.
that there is. Undra, you're casually walking back from your little investigation of the boat. The wee little bit in front of COVID, and then we'll pick up with your go, Tish.
Right, so I'm a bit freaked out right now, and we need to get away. And I think the best idea, if it's alright with everybody, I'd like to try and cast a bit of thunder wave. Like smash it down at the people.
You don't have to ask.
Yeah, I do. It makes me feel like I've been a part of the plan, and I think, but what I really need to know is, should I just keep it simple at a normal spell slot?
You decide what you want to do.
Fudge. How many people are in front of me?
It would affect, with a bit of small positioning from yourself in your invisible form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All of
So
them.
it's a 15-foot cube. Probably not all of them. I'd probably say 6, 7 of those. This chap up here. I'm not going to make it bigger. That one there and that one there, probably just out of that 15-foot cube.
And from where I am, how far is it for me to quickly jump out of vision and escape?
Make a quick perception check.
Oh, Lord. Yep.
Because there's a lot going on right now.
Of course.
And as you said yourself, a bit freaked out.
Totally.
You're not quite sure where Duncan is.
Perception. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. 7, 6, and 2 is 8.
a quick look around. There's
So positive.
you buy the entranceway to the dock. There's plenty of little barrels to net behind and so on, but you can quite clearly see if you just go that way,
Yeah.
you'll be out into kind of the
I'll
main
be sweet
street
as.
territory,
Yep.
and you'll be sweet as,
Blend.
and that's the way you came.
Yeah.
But from that point, like after that, you're not sure. So you kind of know I'm going that way.
Let's do it. I mean, I'd
could go
like
wrong.
to do that. You know, you've never been wrong before, do you? Ever. I'll just cast it at level 2. Okay?
Yep.
When I cast it at second level or higher, my damage increases by 1d8. Just saying. If I'm successful. So, do I just need to roll my big one? I haven't
No,
cast this
I've
in
got to
such
make
long-
a saving strength
Yeah,
save.
you do a
So-
fail on that. That'll be choice, and then some
So
dudes.
what's your spell save DC?
14.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly
Let's
roll.
make it 18. No. I'm being silly now. You know I'm silly.
I
Eight.
had too much chocolate.
Yeah.
There's
Those,
no such thing.
yeah, you don't wash your mouth out. 8. How did it go for you?
Cool. So I've got 3 out of the 7 have failed.
Oh no.
So I'll put them these kind of 3 at the back.
I meant to sound more enthusiastic, but I was
I'm gonna put you
reaching.
there. Although
Oh.
best to get the most impact out of the spell. So do you want to roll your damage dice?
Yes, so a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage, and then it's increased by 1d8 for each slot level above English.
So 3?
Yeah. Can I borrow one of yours? Because yours are always really pretty. So just throw them all at once for happiness. Never rolled one like that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
It's awesome. So you bring your hands together, a massive boom of thunder, and in an instant your invisibility drops. But the force of your spell, just rocking everyone back, you see 4 of the individuals just launched off their feet, pushed 10 feet backwards, and lying near prone as they're kind of on the floor, dizzy and gazing. You kind of beaten up and kind of you see blood trailing down some of their eyes just as you turn and bolt backwards through the gate into the entrance.
Thank you. And I should dash at this point as my action.
Oh,
Or reinvisible.
Your action was your
Action
spell.
was your
yeah.
spell.
Oh, but it's a
So 25 feet out and around. It's enough to get you round to the corner. And the minute you do, you kind of see Hoshi's eyes just like having heard the caw sound. He sees you and he's like, oh, okay.
What
kind of-
sound?
Like, caw.
Oh, right. Sorry,
that
I was
your
really
warning sound?
confused.
He's like, get us out of here, mate.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, sorry.
get already.
Sorry, Sue.
Oh, what would
I'm
Jesus
going
do?
to die.
Again.
Yeah.
Slowly. The worst monster than a poo
This
monster.
is how much I miss things.
Sliced into very small pieces.
Carry on,
So,
GM, you the man.
and you see Duncan, you see Tish just pop and then thunderous kind of launch people backwards, and she goes. She's running. You see this two under her shoulder or somewhere over there. You kind of hear this thunderclap of noise, familiar to you.
Tish.
Now, with that,
Beans.
it's there you go. Now everyone's kind of like getting up and a bit battered and bruised. So half the movement for most of these guys at the back, and they just kind of ready themselves. Still seeing this. Probably not seeing the 9 run around the corner. A couple of them did manage to spot you, and they're just kind of like, hold there! And you see this kind of movement, half their speed, getting up to pretty much in line when you are now. So you've gone around the corner.
Screaming, my name's Joanna.
Yeah. And Duncan, you see 2 of them go past you in Tush's direction. Now they look pretty beat up. They've taken some damage, but there's 2 hot on the heels of Tish now. Everyone else is like guarding around and getting to that point where they're right in your face with Hochi. This one is coming back in to join the fight. This one here is looking at you. I think you've gained pretty much full cover now, Shoal. So let's have one last pop at you, but add 5 to your AC
Right.
as he fires a
Oh,
crossbow. That's going to be
That guy.
20, 18. So yeah, dirty 20.
Yep, that will hit.
Will hit. And that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage. It's just this kind of lucky arrow just... He kind of like aims and then pulls up again and then just arcs it into you, and it just kind of grazes your shoulder as it kind of splashes into the water.
Yeah. I refer to those unlucky arrows.
And this guy is going to turn up to there. So you can still see this congestion at the entranceway. Duncan, what are you doing?
Am I able to dash off with Hawchi?
You're carrying him, so make a strength check, first of all.
I mean, he's only about 6, yes? He's not very heavy.
Little.
10.5? 11.
11. He's surprisingly light. There's plenty of adrenaline going on. So yeah, I'd say you can dash and get your full movement.
Cool.
In with that, it'd been under 10 and probably would have made it half movement for you. See? So you follow. You can see.
Yeah.
You're invisible though, so he just kind of like suddenly is like, whoa, like flying through the air, and you kind of see him getting on board with this, and he just starts making like noises like "Hoppa, hoppa, take that, magic missile, whatever that is." Whooshah."
And so there's 2 people following Tish. Is that right?
Yes, and you see them kind of following her up the street now. So probably, and we're moving off the map now. Maybe Tish. They're not far from Tish. Maybe 10 feet from her.
Right. And how far behind Tish am I?
You're probably not far. You almost catch up on point where the 2 guys look and see this young thief just floating in midair as you pull up alongside them. Oh no, you get past them. So you pull up by Tish as you dash past them. So you would get up along past Tish.
I'll just say to Hawchi, give him a wallop as we go past.
Yep, and he does. And that's terrible. 2 as he kind of like goes to swipe one, and you just kind of lumber to one side, and he goes to swipe the other. He's just hold still, and he goes to swipe the other one, and it like completely misses him. But they kind of duck, and it puts them off the stride, and you kind of now get to a point where you're all level, and he turns around, and he's like, quick, up there around the corner where we came down, and it's like kind of giving you directions to where you've got to get to.
Cool.
Shoulder.
So I'm running on the water.
Running on the water. Yep.
Yeah.
Full dash.
Yeah. And like trying to keep an eye on the shoreline, see if I can see if my mates are like getting away.
So make a perception check for me.
19.
No, so you have a quick glance up, and you can see you have just gone past the gate to the entrance of the docks here,
Yep.
And you're now running past them. But as you look up, you can see the little gnome figure of Tish, and this strange individual floating in midair, just kind of hovering next to her, and get a bearing on where they're going.
Yep.
But your trajectory, you're going to have to kind of go up and around and probably over a fence of
Yep.
some sort to get onto that side of the street, as it were, from being in the dock complex itself.
Yep.
With your full dash, I'd say you could probably get pretty close to that fence.
Yep.
As you kind of come off the water, you kind of hurl yourself up on to a gangplank where there's a couple of individuals looking at you weirdly, but they just seem to be more dock workers in kind of smocks and things like that. And one of them's tending to some nets as you run past. But yeah, you kind of look around and you find a point where you kind of got a couple of barrels that you reckon you could hoik onto and then over, or jump onto and then hurl yourself over the
Yep.
fence line pretty easily. Okay. Last one left.
Come on.
So,
The whole shitstorm, excuse me, going on by that gate, and you're just kind of like,
yes. Is it completely blocked?
there's like 8 people down there, more people coming in. There's a guy up on a far gangplank that's now making his way back to the crowd, and some of them are sticking, some of them are moving on, some of them are getting up off their feet, but it's a lot of confusion going around, people wondering what's going on.
Is anybody leaving?
You can see some pointing and some kind of talk and chat going on, but for the most part they seem to be kind of there congregating.
They're just staying, milling about. There's no normal sort of movement in and out of that gate, no?
Not right now, no. It's, yeah.
Bollocks. So in that case, I want to walk as close up as I can to where the people are, and then can I, as a bonus action, misty step to over the other way? Can I see my friends?
Okay, so that's going to be your movement. You can use your action to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to there, and you can see the other side, and you reckon, yep, I can pop right there. I can.
Mm-hmm.
You're not quite sure where everyone's going now, but you also know the minute you cast that spell, you're going to just
I'm
bam.
going to go. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Make as you're walking up there, just as you kind of get to that point, you look over, you watch as another individual walks out of one of the warehouses, and he just kind of looks in the direction down to what's going on, and you just pause for a split second, and you just watch him go over to Koveg, and he starts talking. This is an individual in a cloak, buttoned up at the front, just wearing kind of dark clothes. Yeah, neat slick back hair. Starts talking to him casually, and there seems to be a camaraderie between the two of them.
Do I recognize the man?
No, never seen him before in your life.
How far away from me?
That's what
Is
you
the
probably,
back?
yeah, you
back
probably
over there?
you've dashed, so you're probably 60 feet away.
This is great entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long has it been since I went invisible?
Oh, you've got an hour, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Plenty
you're
of
fine.
time?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say you're probably about half an hour to 35 minutes in. You've got plenty of time.
Okay. So I've done my movement, I've done my dash.
Yep.
So I've got no. I can either do my bonus action and misty step the hell out, or I can just hang around and wait and see what happens.
Misty step wherever you want. Yep.
But I will be visible.
Yeah.
Oh! I'm so nosy and I want to know what they're saying. Okay. I'm just going to stick around.
You're going to stick around?
I'm going to stick around.
Okay. Another turn passes. Duncan, you're still invisible. And just with working on the three of you now, it's kind of out of initiative to a point, just for the second. The three of you are running, and with Hochi's direction, he kind of moves you up an alleyway into a cellar basement of the inn that you kind of came out of. So if you
Oh, yeah.
You're fully aware that there's two guards following you, and you kind of have got enough of a head start that the doors are open. You can jump into the basement and you can shut the doors. And I'll say that you kind of get in and you bring the doors shut just as you see them kind of like the gravel getting up to the doors. What do you want to do with that right now?
We'll just say like, shh. And we'll just be quiet and see if they run past and haven't seen us.
Oh.
Just make a, I'll say make a stealth check, you two.
Clang, clang,
Ooh.
clang, clang.
I'm quite good
I'll-
at the stealth,
yeah.
but he's not so good.
I think I'll use my inspiration point at this moment, just so I don't roll a disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh, that's not too
That's
bad.
all right.
16.
So stealthy.
What is that? Up to the top one here. 24.
You hear this call, and then they come to a quiet standstill, and you hear muttering. I think no one up that way. Come. Shut up. Oh, who's that? There they go. And just kind of patter and a crunch. The footprints or the footfalls get quieter and quieter. You're visible. You're not. Hochi's like,
Right.
someone put me down.
All right. Tish, Hochi, you stay here in case the others turn up. I see as I'm still invisible. I'll wander out just in case like they need any help or what. So I start wandering back towards the gates, looking for Scold or Undra.
Okay. Perfect. Skull.
Yes.
Nice.
You're at the fence.
Yeah, I jumped the fence.
Cool. Just make an acrobatics check for me, please.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good one, yeah.
Oh, I'm really good at. Remember when I jumped in the pool?
You're not going to use your lucky dice.
No, I'm
I
using the
don't need
regular.
to.
I'm using the regular one now. So acrobatics. It's a 15.
Yeah. You kind of like, go, come, strike over. Without the encumbrance of your normal armour, you just like hop over, like, you know, like the Easter Bunny. And you start kind of pacing again. What are you doing over the right side of the fence? How are you trying to get back to the others?
I will head in like the general direction. I won't be running now. I will just be walking sort of normally, and not trying to attract attention from the people. Because I heard that you just gonna walk like you belong.
Walk like you belong.
Yeah.
This big wet cleric
Yes.
Make a
with a massive hammer. Just blending in.
Yeah, I'm just blending in. Like there's probably some other weirdos here.
And whereabouts are you heading?
I'm heading in the direction that I think the inn are.
Okay, cool. Can you make a survival check for me?
I
please?
can.
Oh,
It's not too bad. 12.
Okay. And can you make I'm going to say a deception check.
Oh,
For your-
that's my strong suit.
Or a deception or performance, one of those two. Just this kind of ability to act like you belong. You've gone from running, there's adrenaline surging through your body, and you're forcing yourself to be calm, cool, and collected.
I'm going to use a deception check because they're equally bad, but deception that...
Use your lucky dice.
No, that's for emergencies.
is it though?
Oh, Lord.
What did you roll?
A 1.
I said you should have used your lucky dice.
Yes, so that's a strong 0 on my roll.
So you get over and you start walking casually, your heart's racing, you've kind of all that adrenaline surging, you just like calm down, swing around, just start whistling.
Swing my arms.
And you're so intent on trying to blend in.
Yeah.
You walk around, you walk up an alleyway and out a corner, and then, just as you kind of like, that's the way. That's the way. Oh, there's some people there. I'll blend in with those people. And you walk out into that group to realise that there's two guys just like almost bump into you, and they're like, hey, hang on a minute. And you realise that these are two guards from
Oh, no.
the Dockland. And they're like, where were you? You hear, I'll say right now, Duncan, you're kind of hearing this around the corner, maybe like 30, 40 feet away, like I'm shouting from some individuals, and yeah, it's wonderful. Pick up there in a minute.
Okay, I head back to the mighty blokies.
How far?
Far enough to hear, just as soon as I get close enough to hear.
So you've got to go another.
I'm not going to in
there.
the way.
So that's you have to use your movement, and you kind of that's your movement. You're kind of on the edge of hearing, and there's words, and you're picking out things, but not really. You think you're going to have to go at least another 10 feet, but that will use your action to dash effectively. You reckon with that you can get in range of what they're saying, but there's this look on Covid's face, which is a hint of a smile, and there's something that he's enjoying hearing right now. And but to hear it, you're going to have to get closer, and that will be your action.
Yeah, fine.
Where do you want? You move yourself.
I want to go. How many more can I go?
You can go 30 feet. You only need to go 10 feet to be able to hear them.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to go here. What there? I can hear? 2. Okay.
Well, you hear this kind of very kind of quiet and voiced individual. So, do you think anything was stolen? I don't think so, but who knows? It looks like the shipments are secure. That is all that matters. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll sort itself out. We'll come across them soon enough. These fools in this town make mistakes. So, I'll need you on your highest guard tonight, Tane. I think we'll bring things forward. We'll have to get this to the mine quicker than I thought. It'll leave later, if not within the hour. We'll get them unloaded onto trucks and they can be at the gate before sundown. No problem. The other thing, Prennick returned not an hour ago from the northern districts. And this kind of covert turns his head. I heard that he brought those last few villages under control just yesterday. Any word on how he managed that? I thought they would have to be razed to the ground for the insolence. Apparently he came across that band of hooded fellows and he outwitted them, killed them all. Most of them anyway. Put their burnt, charred heads on spikes. Basically set them at the front of these last 2 villages and apparently they just melted. Their resistance crumbled. See, all you need to do is squash the rebellion. That is all. And Covid looks and says, you said nearly all of them. Ah, yes. He brought back a boy. Found him. In a camp. After he murdered the rest, supposedly. We have him for questioning. Fortnight, leave that to you. Have a good workout. Yes. After this absolute abysmal show, I think that will be a good idea. Is he a demander? Yes. And then they start then to turn and wander away from you slowly, getting quieter.
Can I just ask a question?
Yep.
Who was the man's name that started with a P?
A what?
Tane.
No.
P.
Kovic said to Tane, return control.
Prennick.
Who?
Prennick.
Prennick. Thanks, just needed to know.
It's kind of conversation very quick, but things that you pick up from the way that this chap called Tane holds himself. He walks with an air and grace of someone very intellectual, very assured of himself, and the clothes he was wearing were not highly armoured. You take from that what you wish.
He's a wizard, Harry.
He's squishy and
Anyway.
unprotected is what it
Yeah, and it's walking upright.
And I've never seen a real intellectual walk with grace. They're always a bit... Anyway.
So you've got, I'd say, 20 feet of your movement left.
So the things behind me, so there's the barrels and the crates and things. Are these like sheds, warehouses?
So they are warehouses by the look of it.
And what is further that way?
From where you are now, you've got a locked door. You can. You haven't really paid much attention. Say you get yourself to a vantage point. The warehouses just seem to go back, and looking at one of them, you see a fence running along the back of the warehouse, about kind of 40 feet or so away.
Okie dokie.
Looking around now at the gate, it's not like anyone's dispersing, and if anything, there are more people now standing at the gate on guard and anyone going through is being checked, and the space is probably 1 to 2 people wide.
So I have a movement. I've got no action left, or I have an action?
No, you've used your action to dash, and I can say
Yep.
that you've got about 20 feet of your movement left in a bonus action.
Okay, what direction did that go in?
They're going that way.
That way?
Mhm.
Then I want to go down, just down into this little bit here.
Okay. Okay.
Go.
In the alleyway.
You're looking up, there's crates and barrels moved all up the side of the warehouse, and it looks like there's more up the far end, where the fence line is running parallel to the back of the warehouses.
Okay.
Okay. Tish,
Oh, are you?
you're hiding out with her. Hanging out.
Yes.
That was great. You guys learned some good stuff.
Yes.
Awesome. Where are the others?
They're coming. We just got to be prepared for them to come. So we've got to be on guard on the door.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go over there and he starts moving some stuff, and he moves a couple of boxes and gets a few crates ready, and he kind of moves a sack on the floor, and he gets this grate and twists it and goes, right, well, as soon as we're in, we're down here, and I'll put all of this back, and I'll make my way, and I'll catch up with you. And he starts giving you some intricate directions
Oh, God.
in the sewer.
Yep.
Cool. And he's like, yeah, so then you go, and then up here, and on the steps, and then there's just here, there, left, right, up, down, 2, 4. Can you just roll a d20, please?
Can we? Can we hope for the best, guys? Do anything fun I'm adding to it? Nope.
You
cool.
can add your intelligence modifier.
Oh. Unfortunately, I seem to have rolled.
I'd love it if you were a bard and could inspire yourself.
That'd be choice, and then when I get another roll,
But then you get to add a whole other dice to it, wouldn't you? Because you can do that as a bard. You know that.
Like
You can inspire yourself in
I can-
moments of absolute need, like
Yeah.
remembering directions.
like when you roll a 1 and add 2 and get 3.
Oh, I don't know if it's going to get
It's not really. I'd sort of like to say it's a waste of hope, because
Yeah.
even if I did an 8, that's really
Okay.
not enough.
No, okay. That'll be...
Unfortunately, I think that he's been too quick with his instructions, and I just hand him a piece of parchment and go, draw that, would you, bro?
Oh, yeah. And he looks at you. Yeah, okay, no problem. Starts writing stuff down.
Oh, what a lovely boy. Do you like pie? If I find pie, I'll share some with you.
As it fades out. Fades into Duncan. On the street, you can hear Shoal. You're pretty sure you can hear these 2 guys, and there's an altercation up and around the corner of the building.
Yeah, I'll just hurry towards it.
And you see there this wet figure in like white cottony undergarments and,
Oh, Lord.
some kind of floaty pant type things with this massive like warhammer over the over it, and his sling in the back. He's there, and he just literally has got 2 guys just literally about to put their hands around his neck. One of them's looking to draw a dagger or something. You're not sure what, but you probably get to the corner, and you're about. You reckon you're about 20 feet away.
That's got out of hand, isn't
Quite
it?
homoerotic, isn't it?
No, only if you look at it like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Well,
what I-
yeah, I'm gonna put them in restraints now.
Right, so it's done.
Yes.
So you've got about 20 feet to get to them.
I've used all my movement,
You probably, to get to them, or say you would have had to have dashed again.
Yeah. Alright, it's not. Can't really do.
Is there anything you can knock over accidentally,
Like a guard.
like a gun, or roll
I could
a
action
building.
surge, I suppose. How do they look like? How affected by the thunder wave do they look?
I mean, in the back of them, they look like they're dusty clothes, made, like storm taking a bit of a beating.
Are these like Colvix people, or are they just dock workers?
They look like guards.
Like Colvix guards, or just normal
yes.
guards?
Not like COVID's guards, but they don't look very beefy.
Alright. Well, really, what I'm concerned about, if they were just like your average dock worker,
No.
I don't want to just kill them because that would be a bit unfair. But if they're
Yeah.
Colvix people, I don't really have an issue with that.
There you go.
Alright, I'm going to action surge and just attack them then.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible or anything?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Well, I mean, that would have been probably it anyway, but I'll just give it a bash just in case I get a 20. No, I didn't. So 24 to hit.
I reckon.
Do you stay invisible if he attacks?
No.
Oh, I see.
It's over.
Oh, that was pretty good damage as well. 12, 16 damage on the first one.
Ooh.
Ouchie.
Yep, that'll do. As you kind of sconce one of them in the back of the head, and it just like opens up this massive wound on the back of their neck, and then with the damage he's already had from the thunder wave, you just like, and like Skoll, you like see this guy reaching out, and suddenly he just collapses on the floor, and then there's Duncan behind him, like, hello.
Can I just wait till the other one turns round and then go hello, and then hit him?
Absolutely.
20, not natural.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's not so good. 11 on that one.
And with the Thunder Day damage as well. That's
Thank you.
On the save.
You're welcome.
And you just like into their gut, just like leans over, whoa, kind of falls over and just kind of like flops to the ground, unconscious, bleeding out on the floor.
Do either of them have cloaks on?
We might want to borrow their clothes.
Well, that was
Pretend
what I
to
was
be
thinking. We could well, no, I was just thinking you could like try and make yourself look a bit more different, more effectively.
I'm looking pretty inconspicuous, but anyway.
No, you look like a big wet druid, as cleric, as someone called you before.
Right,
Are they wearing anything that we could use to try and like make Skoll look a bit less like obvious?
Yeah, but it's going to take you like a good 30 seconds to get it off of them.
All right.
And you're maybe about 30 seconds from where you came out of that little urchin.
Okay.
Or like
we'll just make follow me, I say, and we'll head back in the next round, sort of thing.
Thanks. I was just about to like put the hold on them.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, so I thought I'd best do it myself.
So you two make your way, and you kind of pretty much wandering back now, kind of keeping an eye out for people. Andrea.
Still invisible, yes?
Yeah.
Yep. So, can I climb up onto the roof of the warehouse? There's stacked boxes and things I can get up?
Yes.
Am I going to fall
It'll
through?
require let's say a athletics check. So lift yourself up, and there's a little bit of a reach to get up.
Very. How about acrobatics? No. Oh,
There's more. Okay, I tell you what. You explain how you get over them using acrobatics, and then you can go for it.
I would say she would jump and like kick off one wall, kick.
Just say parkour.
But I whisper it because I'm invisible. I mean, I am just full of confidence. And I walk gracefully, and then I see some boxes that are at the perfect distance apart for my stride, and I leap gracefully onto one and then onto another, and the force of this and my confidence lifts me naturally into the air, and then I kind of clamber up this height and onto the roof.
But to do that, you've got to roll a d20 and hope
Yes.
hell it's good.
Absolutely, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I mentioned my confidence, yes?
Da, da, da.
Oh no. That's. Can I use this for something? What is this? What does it do?
Rub it and it gets you a point or something.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you want to use it, you can do.
I think you used your inspiration earlier on the boat, though.
Maybe.
No,
I'm not sure if we even
No,
have
that
it
was just
active.
I didn't know. Okay, so that's 9.
And you getting over the wall gracefully like a cat is 9. You kind of like, pump, 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 get up, and you're like, okay, this is a little bit harder than I thought. You manage to scramble, it's not like, luckily no one can see you, and you're like, get over there. Ah, fucking ripped my trousers. Over the top, boom. And I see you land on the other side, furious.
Sounds like me.
This is a shame because I thought you were related to the spiders and that spider queen chick. And
Well,
I
it was.
expected
But if
more.
I spider climb, then they see me and then they go visible. So I just have to do it with my confidence and my grace. And the hole in my pants.
Yeah.
The three of you are with Hochi in this basement, so Andrea, you have just cleared the fence on the round of the docks, can you please, with really no idea where you're going, make a survival check to try and you kind of have got a gauge on distance back to the gate, where you came in from the gate, whereabouts roughly you came in. So you want to try and get yourself in that vicinity of the area, but
Mother of God. 6. I'm quite angry about my pants.
you're right, and you're just storming off, not really paying attention, and you walk away from the gate straight up in between these two houses with these little kids running past and up and down. And they like bump into you and they're like, what was that? I don't know, there's nothing there. Which way you going? I'm not sure. Okay, that might keep running around and keep looking back as if to say, what was I just running to? One turn, another, and then you're like, oh, no, pay attention. Where am I?
Okay.
No.
Anything you three want to do? What are you talking about?
Do you think we should go and look for Andra, or do you think she's alright?
No, she might already be here. Andra, why are you here?
Hold on. I've got a parchment of how we're going to get back to where we're going, and Ho Chi said he was going to whip out and go and get. Can he sneak out? Like if we change his hat or something?
Oh yeah, do you, like, Horchie,
Sorry.
could you, like, make yourself look different to how you were, like, disguise?
Yeah.
But then Undra might not recognise him, so I was like, oh, and she'll be invisible, so that's not...
Well, that's going to make seeing her pretty tricky, eh?
Yeah.
But she knows the code word, so.
What's
Yes.
the code word again?
Caca!
Yeah. So I've got to walk around the street making that noise
No,
to find her.
Just jump up on the top of the roof, here, and just in the general direction you think she might be coming, and just caca, and then just wait, and she might hear you and come towards you.
Right. Hey, you know what? I'm game. You know where you're going? I'll go and find your friend. We'll see you back at the hideout.
We
Okay?
could wait 5 minutes.
Well, bring her back here, we'll wait for her, just in case.
Yeah.
He disappears, goes out. A few minutes pass. Can you make a perception check, please?
Sure.
And Ho Chi makes his way to a high vantage point and then just makes a funny bird, shrill noise.
Wait, now I'm going 16.
And you hear it, it's relatively loud, and you're looking around, and it's a bit hard to see up high, but you're like, it's over there, I reckon. You start following, getting out to a main street, and you get out to this main street, and you can see this individual just kind of like casually leaning on this upstairs balcony, making this noise, and he's made it a few times now. And you kind of look around in your visit, and you see some guys over there that are looking as well, like, what's going on? And kind of see them looking up high for this noise.
Oh man.
I can tell which direction.
You can see where Ho Chi is.
Oh, I can see.
Well, you can see who this individual is. So,
Mm.
yeah. It's just across the road, one building over. It's on a balcony.
Okay. I'll go wander over. As long as nobody's going to bump into me.
He can't see you. He goes,
Yeah, I know.
just puts his hands up, ready again, levels his shoulder, ready to make a big loud noise again.
But as I get closer, I make a caw.
He just stops. You can see him looking everywhere. And he just kind of like hops over the railing. There's only like a couple of stories, and he kind of like shimmies down like a trellis on the side of the building. Straightens his jacket. He's like, looks out at people. No one in particular. If you want to follow me, I'm going to go up that alleyway. That doesn't sound weird at all. Okay.
Best.
Just kind of puts his cloak up and like makes his way up an alleyway and just like looks around, and you see him looking. And he opens the door, and it's like, I'm not sure if she's behind me, but I think some creepy fellas might be coming up here soon if I'm not careful.
I slip in behind him.
And you like, okay. And you in the basement? Are you invisible?
No, I drop the spell. Once I get in.
He's like, there you are. And then you see him slide the lock across.
Thank you, young man.
Well, that went pretty well, I think.
Well, it went much better than it normally does for us, to be fair.
To
I
be-
went completely
I've got to
according
say-
to plan.
When I saw him take off, I thought we're never going to see him again, and there we are looking for this one. It's great. Anyway, shall we get going? Ooh, you need a strong drink after that.
Yeah, I found some stuff.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Well,
and
let's as lovely as that is,
Yeah.
let's not talk about that here.
No, we can talk it on the way.
No, let's just get there, strum,
Okay.
and then because really you got to say it twice anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's just go.
we've got to talk to the other people, eh?
Oh,
do we
yeah.
trust to get back to them and tell them?
Yeah.
With a bit
Yeah.
of kind of toing and throwing, and you're looking as you're walking along, Tish, at what he's drawn you, and you're like, there's no way I would have got that based off this drawing.
All right, let's go because I want to get out of this wet pants.
After about 15, 20 minutes, yeah, whatever, you kind of toing and throwing, and he opens the door and leads you, or gets to a kind of a doorway, gives it a knock on there, and someone's like, what? He's like, oh, it's me. Open the door, come on. Opens up. Go, oh, yeah, quick, come in. Yeah, Jesper's waiting for you. Come on, come. And he ushers you all in.
Wait, wouldn't you guys have like some sort of password or secret knock or something?
He's like, oh, yeah, but yeah, I do. Did you not hear it?
No, I'm just thinking, so like, yeah, okay.
But I did the secret knock.
Oh, okay, I didn't
See?
hear that, sorry.
You wouldn't know because it's a secret.
Ah,
Anyway,
I've got a pretty high perception.
make an intelligence check.
Oh, I was just going to.
No, I meant that he was like calling me stupid.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you heard him. He
Yeah.
wasn't trying to hide it.
Yeah. Oh.
Settle down. A few minutes go past. Jesper, I think, comes out. So, what the hell's going on with you lot? Hochi's like, I'll tell you later. Whoa!
You wouldn't believe it.
Unorthodox is the word, boss.
But still alive, which is more than half of your lot, so, swings around about so that...
Whoa!
Oh, too soon, Duncan, too soon.
So he's like,
Yeah.
touche.
All right.
Well, they're all here. It's like, we found some stuff out. We're going to get to kill a few of them. But, I'm sure we'll pay for that. But yeah, so who's going first?
Well, what do we find out? Oh, you've got a book. What's it say in your books that you
Oh,
found?
yes. You need to have a look at the books.
Yeah, and
Oh, let's start with some pretty straightforward information. Have you heard what's going on? Like, we'll look at journals and intrigue and stuff, but the gossip, did you hear anything?
There's stuff on the boat.
Yeah.
There's something on the boat.
yeah.
There's the magic people. Schultz got some teams.
Okay.
But they're shook and they're going to leave tonight. Maybe within the hour.
Oh.
They're going to leave. And someone is claiming the murders. Oh, never mind about that, but we'll talk about that later. And there's a small boy that needs rescuing.
They're leaving tonight.
Right.
I see. I've got some parchments from the urchin saying they're not probably going to be leaving until tomorrow.
No, they're panicked. They're panicked and they're leaving tonight.
He looks
within
over
the
at
hour.
Hochi. What the hell did you guys do?
Well, nothing.
They
Well,
misplaced these things.
and well,
We
boss,
don't know that they're all leaving. What we know is that the stuff that they're taking to the mine is leaving tonight.
Yes.
But Colvig, or the Ironmonger as you call him, he was going to have some sort of do up at his manor house, wasn't
Yeah.
he? So we don't actually know if that's going ahead, and if he was just saying like all the people are leaving with the stuff, but he's still having his like social gathering. So we don't know about that.
And there's her magic her.
Oh yeah. And,
Oh, yes.
and there's someone who helps him in the boat. We don't know who she is, but
With the wind.
there's some like being or creature or something that helps them when they sail.
that makes sense. I mean, it was like sort of shipping schedules. They got here like nearly a whole day earlier than what they should have done.
Yeah.
Is it some kind of spirit?
Interesting you say that. There is a do going on, and apparently this is like one of the very rare occasions. There's quite a lot of them here. So he's here. He's got his general Fedden. There's the gang's master coin. This woman, I think, called Rona. She's in town. Interesting. There was a note about the arrival of someone called. His name was, and he's kind of like starts falling through some paper. So I think it was Thomas Offendraw. Offendraw. He's like some, I don't know, like purchaser or a procurement specialist. But he was doing some work for them over on the Western Isles. I'm not sure what's going on there. Because really there is over there are mines and more mines. Yeah.
Where?
And yeah.
Oh, well,
Well, there's that big. There's the main island, and I can't remember what it's called.
well, they had some samples, didn't they, from like mine 1, mine 2, and mine 3 or something, wasn't it, that you got scolded?
Yeah, I've got these things and the keys, and I don't know what it is.
Can we have a look at the things that he's found?
He opened all of them and took them out, and out pops a large chunk of ore out of each one, all different, 3 different shapes, and each of the bag is labelled 1, 2, vein 1, vein 2, vein 3. Now it looks like from a dwarf point of view, like from your point, and even everyone starts going, oh, that's a bit weird, because there is this hue to the ore running through the rock, and it's got this fluorescent blue tinge to it, and it kind of reflects in the sunlight and glows ever so slightly, and as you pick the rock up, there's this kind of fizz or this kind of vibration to it. There's when you kind of pick one up, Andrea, there's definitely this kind of raw energy from the stone, some form of some form of energy within it.
Do I recognize it? It is from my homeland?
No, it's not,
No.
but it's definitely an arcane kind of elemental something. You can feel it in your, throughout your person. It kind of heightens all your senses. And so it's like, that's interesting. I've never seen or heard of anything like that before. Look, I think we found all sorts of information. I mean, and he kind of starts going. There's a note about picking up some spy down in Millerton, some little gnome hussy. I don't know. They've captured her, managed to fish her out. But yeah, apparently there's a bigger fish they're after. Some bigwig who's nosying about in their affairs. I don't know who that is just yet. But yeah, in the convoy, the wagons are heading down to Drake. They're down on the east coast, and they'll move inward then toward the mine. But I've got to tell you, there's no mine entrance back there. There's a couple of towns along there, so unless something new's happened, I don't know how they're getting in. But yeah.
Well, one thing at a time, I think we should all go to this manor and kill the Ironmonger.
Yep. I think that's...
Well, I've got a plan there, my friend. I've been thinking
I
about
just
that.
told you the plan.
It's a good plan. But I think it's bigger than just us, because in fairness, there's probably going to be somewhere of excess of maybe 60 individuals at this,
Is that a lot?
this party.
Yep, it's 3.
More than 3? Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a lot.
So we need a bit of help. But I reckon I've got a plan, something that will put a few of us in good stead and sort this problem out. But I think it'll need all of us. So rest up. But no, actually, let's get this done. And he kind of gestures over to one of the kind of youngsters in the room, and he's like, "Take this," and he pulls a message. He's like, I want to have a quick meet with her and her friends. Tell them to meet us at the Chomping Goat. They're about now. And the kid just runs off. He's like, I think it's about time we brought in our friends at the town guard. I reckon they could just maybe help tip the scales on this. But I think we need to make a bit of a plan. Otherwise it's going to be a frig awful shocking mess.
Yeah.
And we've got one chance at this. If we don't get it right tonight, we might not get another chance. We could really take the absolute head off of this grape. What'd you say?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I will up for that. Let's go and kill Colwig.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And with that, he kind of sits back, kind of pops a cork. I don't know about you, I think I've had a drink. And he little clay mugs and just pours out this kind of clear brown liquid, takes one. Just to be friends. He raises a glass.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Shots it down, gets up, cracks his back and goes, right, about half an hour, we'll leave. So we've got some people to go and meet. So
Is it, just because I've lost track a little bit, is the party tonight or tomorrow night?
you get the impression it's happening tonight.
Tonight, okay, cool.
Still gives us time to catch up with the caravans leaving at sunset.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I think we'll hold there for the session with a little bit more planning, and then you guys can show what you're made of.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Excellent.
we
Well, thank you everyone. Join us next week where we're probably going to finally get to trade some blows with Colvig and see how that goes. So do check us out on YouTube and
Facebook,
you used
Instagram,
to-
the works.
Facebook,
Follow
Instagram,
us, tell your friends.
Spotify.
Spotify,
Thanks everyone.
all the other things,
Awesome.
and we'll see you next week. What could possibly go wrong?
See everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.